everybody to Instagram out there and also YouTube. Hi, everybody, and a pleasant Sunday to you wherever you may be. Welcome to the HITI pregame show, as it would be the Halos taking on the Rockies, the third and final and rubber game of this three-game series. Rubber game doesn't explain the game yesterday enough of what was today, or yesterday, excuse me. The Angels are 42 and 36. The Rockies at 30 and 49. I'll tell you why in a sec. Last night, and maybe this was something I saw earlier, before the game, before the first pitch, before everything like that. I saw everybody in the dugout smiling, having fun, kind of hugging. Marcus Thames, he was hugging everybody in sight. Like, I did not expect 25-1, but that's what happened. And boom, the Angels won 25-1 yesterday. 3 Angels were one hit shy of a cycle. It was like a video game. It was like the show out there. Team records and runs and hits: 25 runs, 28 hits. 5 homers were hit. Renfroe and Moniak each had hits. 13 runs scored in the third inning alone. That tied a franchise record. Then they went out and scored 8 runs in the fourth, and that was ball game. The Angels were 13 for 24 with runners in scoring position. I mean, it's like a week's total or 2-week total there. 23 runs in 5 innings. That's the most since 1974. Just an amazing stat. And then Griffin Canning. You could take the offense away and all that. What happened? Griffin Canning did well. Let's go to his stats really quick. So he went 6 innings. He only gave up 4 hits, and he struck out 7. No walks, no runs given up. In Colorado, I don't care who's in the lineup. That's really great to do. So I was very encouraged by Canning. And then all of his, his 5 or 6 last starts, he's been amazing. So Griffin Canning, shout out to him. Also, the bullpen held it down. Ingram for 2 innings. He did give up the home run. Davidson with the inning with 2 strikeouts. Ingram did strike out 3, so the Angels had 12 strikeouts as well. Now the offense. Oh, boy. Where to start? Renfroe had a couple of doubles. Moniak had 3 doubles. There was one where he could have had maybe a chance at the cycle, but he slipped around first base. But you were worried about his health more than you were worried about his cycle. The home runs. So Mike Trout hit 1, Theis, Moniak, Fletcher, and the Drury all hit home runs. You would have thought it would have been more, but it wasn't. For the RBIs, Ward had 3. Trout and Ohtani only had 1. And I know this isn't really, posh to say, but yeah, Ohtani wasn't much of the offense, surprisingly. He got a night off. He only had the 1 hit and 1 RBI. He did strike out a couple of times. The only Angel to strike out 2 times. Velasquez did swing and miss 1 time. Everybody else didn't strike out, so that's very encouraging. Let's see. Drury had 4 driven in. Theis had 2. Renfroe with 4. Escobar with 1. His first game with the team, by the way. Moniak with 4. And then David Fletcher with his comeback of the season from AAA had 5 RBIs. He was fantastic. So it was a great team win. You hope that they save enough runs for the next week as they come back home. Chase Anderson got the loss for the Rockies. I did mention in the pregame yesterday, yeah, he's susceptible to give up the home run ball and some hits. Well, yeah, that the case there. So Doyle had the home run for Colorado. Looking at the stat line for Anderson, 10 hits given up, 9 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Well, the Angels struck out 3 times. Okay, but he gave up 3 home runs. So in two innings and 2/3 of work, Anderson just did not fare well, and you kind of see why he's been bouncing around as of late. So I wanted to go back, and I did to 1979, and August 25th of 1979, by the way. The Angels were in Toronto at Exhibition Stadium. If you didn't know, the Blue Jays came in the league in 1977, so they were trying to build their team up, and they had success a little bit later on, but they were playing outside, and it made it impossible to play some early games. But yeah, they played outside in a football stadium. They didn't have the Rogers Center or the Sky Dome like they do now, where you can control that weather. But this was August 25th of 1979. The Angels on 26 hits scored 24 runs. 23 were RBIs. And just to mention it, Disco Dan Ford, and I love that nickname. He had 3 hits. Don Baylor, nicknamed Groove, had 3 hits as well. Brian Downing had 4. Gritch had 3. Dave Clark had 3, I want to say was his name. And then Miller had 3. Dave Anderson had 2. Jim Anderson had 2. Carew and Lansford had 2. So it was an all-out effort. Don Baylor had 8 RBIs that day. Gritch had 4. Clark with 3. Disco Danford with 3. So I thought it was good to mention this game because it was broken. Alfredo Griffin, if you remember, he was the shortstop on the Blue Jays that day. You remember him, of course, with the coaching staff of Bud Black, now the Colorado manager, when Mike Scioscia was managing. And a little-known second baseman was on the Blue Jays that day, in August 25th of 1979, Danny Ainge. He, of course, became a really great basketball player with the Celtics, the Kings, the Blazers, the Suns, went on to do some coaching, television, and general managing. And right now I think he's some type of emeritus management with the Utah Jazz, I want to say. So just those little facts about August 25th, 1979, since the Angels yesterday broke those records. So after all that, the standings, let's go to them real quick. Let's see. The Angels in the division, they do trail first place Texas by 6 games right there. And then in the wild card, and I mean, I don't know about the standings, honestly. If you're talking about winning the division, I think the focus is the wild card. Houston will eventually rise. Texas may keep doing what they're doing. I know Todd Fox is probably the only one that says, "Oh no, they're gonna fall. Just watch. We'll see what happens." So right now the Angels are tied for the 3rd wild card spot at 42 and 36. And if you think you've had misery in your life, Colorado right now, it's not so bad. I mean, they're 30 and 49. They are the worst team in baseball, or in the National League, I should say. Yeah, in the National League, 14 and a half back. And then in the division, God, do we want to know about Colorado in their division? Oof. And the amazing thing, Arizona has kept that lead. Colorado's 16 and a half back in last place in the NL West. So really, they're playing the season now. And remember, right now, they don't have C.J. Cron, the former Angel. They don't have, I was going to say Todd Helton. You don't have Chris Bryant and Charlie Blackmon. So those are three key players in that lineup that makes it, formidable, but not right now. Um, that's where others have to really step up. So let's get to today's starting pitchers for today's game. It's a pair of lefties too, by the way. There seems to be a lot of lefties matchups this season, with Angels having so many left-handed pitchers starters. Taylor Anderson, the former Rocky, will go for the Angels. He's 4-1 with a 5.64 ERA, 68 and two-third innings pitched, 43 earned runs, 78 hits, 51 strikeouts, 31 walks, which I need to not do that more. 8 home runs, and this will be his 14th start. His last start came, last Sunday? Yeah, in Kansas City. Let's see. He did get the win. No. Yeah, he did get the win. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. His pitches, the 90 miles per hour four-seam fastball. It's fast, but it's not so fast, but it's a little faster as of late. He would average it around 89, but right now it's 1 point up, 1 miles per hour up, I guess you would say. 80 on the changeup, 77 on the slider, 85 on the cutter, 76 on the curveball, and then the sinker at 88. The keys for Anderson, for me, for the fastball to be lower in the zone. If you're going to be middle in, get it low to the right-handed batters. Get it down, especially at Coors Field here. Get the hitters for Colorado to chase the changeup. It hovers on the outer portion of the zone to the right-handed batters. So if you're throwing that changeup, make sure, that they're just chasing for it. You don't leave it in the middle of the zone, and you don't hang it, or else it'll get hit hard. Throw the cutter lower for success in the zone. I think that would be better. And he throws it middle in to righties. You'll notice, if you see Baseball Savant, where I get all this from, usually cutters, they have a little zip to them. There's not much zip to his cutter, and it would be better middle in, but don't leave it down the middle. I mean, this all just seems like you're saying the same thing over and over again, but it's the reason if he gives up runs and if he doesn't. Location is everything. I mean, that's why, his idol was Greg Maddux. My favorite pitcher was Greg Maddux of all time. He didn't have the velocity like Anderson doesn't, but he gets the ball where he wants to win good. For Colorado, left-hander Austin Gomber will be the starter today. He's 29 years of age, from Winter Gardens, Florida. He was born in 1993. He was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 4th round, 135th overall. He went to Florida Atlantic University, and he made his major league debut on June 2nd of 2018. He's 4-7 this year with a 7.25 ERA, 72 innings pitched, 90 hits, 50 strikeouts, 58 earned runs given up, 28 walks, and then 19 home runs given up. This will be his 16th start, surprisingly. Last start was last Monday in Cincinnati, and he got lit up. He got the loss, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 earned runs given up, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. That was a series, of course, that the Rockies were swept by Cincinnati. The keys for Gomber: throws fastball in more to righties. I think that's the big key there. The curveball and slider to break lower in the zone. I think that'll help him get success and strike out Angel batters. But he's got to So got to do better with that. I think the fastball have that secondary today. I think you got to have the breaking pitches going today for Gomber. Okay, so let's go to 714 tickets. If you're looking for Angel tickets, Dodger tickets, Padre tickets, pretty much anything sports, especially with NFL coming up, look out for those. Concert tickets. It seems like everybody's having a tour right now in the summer. All these great artists you knew. Check out 714 tickets with that. Theater tickets as well. Great deals at 714 tickets, and no hidden fees and surprises at checkout. Now, speaking about checkout, excuse me, if you go to, if you're buying something right now, use 10% off with the code HITI, and here's a little note right there. HITI, put that in the checkout, you'll get 10% off of your purchase. Now, also put you in the drawing for the free Halos jersey, courtesy of Halos in the Infield at 714 tickets at the end of each month. So that's coming up. Also, you'll get 5% off of your next purchase. So it's all win here at 714 tickets with Halos in the Infield. Also, they're closed today, but call tomorrow, and this is the last day for the special July 1st $55 tickets for the special tailgate and the access to the special Halos in the Infield tailgate that we're having next Saturday, July 1st. Mention the tickets are in 230 section 237. The last time I looked, I think the tickets were about $80, $75. So you're getting a deal here with those tickets. I bought mine yesterday from Alejandra. She was so helpful over the phone. Fantastic. So I got my tickets yesterday. I had to get 5. So I'll be in row WW. And maybe you can see me there at the tailgate and at the ball game. We'll hang out. What you'll get at the tailgate, first, when you go into when you, after the tailgate, you go into the game, you'll get the bobblehead. We'll all leave early for that. It's the Trout and Ohtani City Connect bobblehead. Now, from what I saw, the tickets were all sold out. So you got to go to 714 tickets and find a deal here, and that's where you find the $55 special tailgate tickets. About 50% are left, so you got to act tomorrow. You got to call tomorrow. The number 714-842-5387, and just ask for the special Halos in the Infield tailgate tickets. At the tailgate, you'll get a shirt with this logo here, black t-shirt. You get unlimited tacos, helmet nachos for the kids, thunder sticks, and BYOB. So make notice of that. I don't know if we'll have some furniture moving around. Some furniture may be provided, but just in case, bring your own chairs as well. So again, the number 714-842-5387. Also, check out Noble Ale Works. We'll be there after the game on July 1st to hang out, maybe do a little post-game show. Well, Todd will. But I should be there. We'll see who else shows up at Noble Ale Works. But visit their location at 1621 Sinclair Street in Anaheim, there, 92806. Mention Halos in the Infield for drink specials and free parking there during the games. But you got to mention Halos in the Infield, for all that. I tried the local brews, the tasty eats from the various local food trucks that come in to Noble, and check out the food truck schedule weekly on their Instagram page at Noble Ale Works. So you got to check that out, and all the tasty eats and all the drinks from, again, Noble Ale Works. Watch the Todd Fox postgame show after every Angels game on YouTube. I mean, yesterday was historic, so even Catella Chronicles got involved and uh, had to break down all those stats and all those numbers. It was amazing, no doubt about it. Also, check out the HITI podcast on YouTube and search Halos in the Infield wherever you find your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and if you want to see the faces, go to YouTube. I know there was some breaking down the last series against the Dodgers, and then previewing this Colorado series, and I don't think anyone had 25-1 in the preview of the Colorado series. And also check out all the social media places Halos in the Infield are. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and that's the only places. Maybe have a Reddit page sooner, but we'll see what happens. And also, I think check out tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I don't know if we'll do it live or not, but me and Todd will bring back the Around the League show on Mondays. Recapping the action around the league. I mean, there's been a lot of stories. The Giants are hot. The Diamondbacks continue to be. The Reds and the Braves had long winning streaks. And that's just in the National League. So we'll have more about the American League. Aaron Judge being hurt for as long as he may be out. So check out the Around the League show coming up tomorrow. Okay, so let's get to the starting lineups. Taylor Ward will be out in left field. As much as I grilled him, he had a few hits yesterday. He'll be leading off. Shohei Ohtani will be the designated hitter, batting second. Batting third will be Mike Trout. In center field, batting fourth is Brandon Drury, the second baseman. Batting fifth is Hunter Renfroe at first base, and he did pretty well yesterday. He even had a great throw, some scoops at first. So Hunter Renfroe, good luck at first. Continue to do well, my friend. Batting sixth, Eduardo Escobar, the third baseman. Batting seventh, Mickey Moniak in right field. You can't take Moniak out of the lineup at this point. Chad Wallach will be catching. He'll be batting eighth. And then batting ninth will be David Fletcher, the shortstop. And he balled out yesterday, of course, with 5 driven in. He was amazing. Let's get to the Colorado lineup, and they've kind of shuffled things around. Ezekiel Tovar will be the shortstop leading off. Randall Grichuk will be the left fielder, batting second. Of course, he was a draft pick before Mike Trout in that 2009 MLB draft for the Angels. Batting third, Ryan McMahon, the third baseman today, usually plays first base, but they've kind of switched things around. Elias Diaz will be the catcher, batting fourth. Batting fifth will be Nolan Jones, the right fielder. Batting sixth is Jorge Alfaro. He's designated hitter today. Remember, he came in to the game a little bit later on to catch for Diaz yesterday, as the game was pretty much well in hand for the Angels. Batting seventh is Ely Uris Montero, the first baseman. He'll be batting seventh. Batting eighth is Montez, the second baseman. Coco Montez. So it's, as Terry Smith said on Friday, it's good to have a Coco back in the majors. Remember, there was a Coco Crisp for a long time. And then batting eighth, the man who hit the home run yesterday off of, who was it? I forgot. Brendan Doyle, the center fielder, he'll be batting ninth. Uh, see how he does today. So the keys to the game: swing away. Um, it's a day game there, Coors Field, so the ball's gonna fly. I predict a game where it's like 8-7, 9-8, 10-9, 11-10, something in that range. I don't know who's gonna win. I can't tell you because Anderson is so hit and miss. He'll get the run support, but then he'll give the runs right back. So that's the only problem with Tyler Anderson. For the Angels, their keys is to hit Gomber hard, especially the lefties in the lineup. So Moniak, uh, Ohtani, Escobar being the switch hitter. Oh, he'll be right batting right. Duh. Um, so yeah, if you're a lefty, hit Gomber hard. Got to score more again. It doesn't have to be 25. Uh, you know, just score enough to win. I think that would be the key there. If you're Colorado, uh, you don't want to get embarrassed again. Um, like I mentioned with Ryan McMahon, he's got to step up. I know he's got a lot of pressure on him, but we gotta see more from him if you're the Rockies. Uh, with the batters, I think you got to be more patient uh, with Anderson's pitches, and then come out swinging when you see what pitch it is. Uh, so that's my keys for both teams. Again, I expect a high scoring game. The viewer question. So right here, what players do you think the Angels should target in a trade or get in free agency if they're out there? Do you get veteran relievers or starters or both? That's a question I put out there to everyone out there. You can mention it in the comments right now or later. Uh, whatever you think is the goal here for the Angels, because we read in the news yesterday, and I totally forgot to bring it up right now. Mike Moustakas was traded over from the other dugout to the Angels. So he's on the active roster. Also, Andrew Wentz was called up from Salt Lake City. So they're making moves since the team is in Colorado. Following last night's game, Coton Ingram was optioned back to Salt Lake City. Uh, I think that's who gave up the home run to what was his name? The center fielder for the speedy dude. Yeah, Doyle. Doyle rules. So yeah, Ingram down, Moustakas, and Wentz is back with the Angels there. As it's the rubber game here, Moustakas on the season hitting 270, 4 home runs, 17 driven in. The one moment I remember of his season so far, I think it was a couple weeks ago. I want to say the Padres facing the Rockies, and he had a big eighth inning home run. I believe it was eighth inning or ninth inning, and he gave them the lead, and they would go on to win. So maybe Moustakas, if he's not starting, he can be that clutch power or clutch pinch hitter in the late innings, and you would hope that he will be that guy coming off the bench. That would be awesome to see. Let's get to some scores and then we'll get out of here. There's a game coming up at noon today in Colorado. We'll see if Todd Fox will do the post game show or you'll be stuck with me later on. Let's get you to some scores really quick. I've totally forgot to what was it? The Cubs and Cardinals played in London, and the odd thing is I can't find the score from that. Or no, they play no. Maybe they didn't play this morning. What gives? I'll give you the scores that I have. So top of the eighth right now, it's about 11, almost 11:30. The Tigers lead the Twins in Detroit 3-2. In the bottom of the third, Seattle leads the Orioles in Baltimore 2-0. In Philadelphia, top of the third, the Phillies lead the Mets 1-0. In the top of the third, Texas leads the Yankees 3-2. Also, bottom of the third, the Jays going for more. They lead the A's 3-0. Bottom of the third, the Rays lead the Royals 1-0. Bottom of the second, no score, Atlanta at Cincinnati. That's been a fun series. Bottom of the third, no score, Pittsburgh at Miami. Going to the bottom of the third, Milwaukee leads Cleveland 3-1. No score in Chicago as it's the battle of the Sox. Top of the second, of course, you get the Angel game at noon against Colorado. Anderson going for the Angels. Gomber going for the Rockies. At 1 o'clock, you get Arizona at San Francisco. That's a battle of the top two teams in the NL West. Nobody had that. That division has pretty much flipped over other from Colorado. Excuse me. At 1:10, it's a rubber game between Washington and the Padres in San Diego. So I gotta find that Cubs game because I know they played they were supposed to play this morning, right? I wasn't up for it, of course. I mean, right now the Cubs and Cardinals, they're both really bad. I was looking at their run differential, and it's not so bad, but it's bad enough. Okay, the Cardinals did win 7-5. So in that 2-game quick London series, they both split. Let's get to some comments. So Sonia on YouTube saying, "What a fun game last night." Yeah, it was odd to have a game in hand by the third inning, and especially in the fourth inning. I was really quiet. I just couldn't believe what was going on because, you don't see that often, especially with the Angels. They struggle to score runs at times. We all knew that, hey, they have a great lineup now, especially with Escobar and bringing on Moustakas from the other dugout. But hopefully they save some runs for the next week or so. Man, I mean, those are runs that you get for a whole week, like 25, sometimes 2 weeks if the offense is really bad. So, yeah, hopefully they save enough runs for the next games. Next game's coming up. And shout out to everybody who joined in on Instagram. I know Sunday morning everybody's kind of busy or doing whatever else out there. Shout out to Hunter. We need a win today. Yeah, the rubber game here. Hopefully just keep Colorado down today and continue to do well. Shout out to everybody again that joined in. Noble L Works and Angels Grandma, Rob, Olivius, Top Fan Rivalry, who did the smack talk with Todd Fox there at Noble. That was really cool to see. Catella joining in. Everyone else that we know. So that was awesome to see. So thank you for watching the pregame show here with James. Hope the Angels can get the series today in Colorado. It's not going to be easy. Nothing is, of course. But we'll see what happens with Tyler Anderson on the mound for the Angels. So everybody take care and go Halos as always.